This is FNGR, and I'm watching this stream video. Yeah, just video. Not going to be a ton of editing on this. It's from Trey Trades, and I've noticed this from at least we'll say handful of AMC apes. I'm sure it's a bit more than that for people who don't know AMC apes or people who invest in AMC and or GameStop. Mostly just AMC though. There's some crossover. Not the point here, but I'm gonna let old boy here go, and then I'm gonna periodically chime in from my own personal experience, and people familiar with this channel will know probably what I'm talking about.
Have come from people who witnessed an inkling of what I think is possible with this movement, with the people, you know? And I've also seen the Shadow Realm lows. People getting doxxed, people leaving, losing friends, people I thought were friends. I've seen a lot of stuff in the middle too, you know? And the reason.
So, if anyone who's been in any kind of online movement group, gathering of people, you know what? I'm going to go with my statement here, dude. It's every community, especially internet. It's humanity. It's every fandom. It's every movement. It's every religion. Every gathering of people. And for whatever reason, I don't specifically mean to call out Trey himself, because cool channel, cool guy. He's pretty smart. I'd say that I say this with all due respect. The goofball act is just that. I think he knows what he's doing, at least in compared to me. So yeah, this isn't me trying to tear him down, but I'm noticing so many people when there's like drama in AMC, they're like, "Oh God, it's the end of the world," and I can't even put one specific thing to it. Like the existence of drama itself, and yes, I know there's probably more than a healthy amount of trolls who watch this channel who'll be like, wait a minute, are you saying that there's a whole group of people out there? Yes. There's a whole group of people out there with glass jaws, yes, that cannot take even just the mere inkling of drama, and they crumble to dust before it. Yes, there is. And these people believe in their heart of hearts they could take down billionaires, but they're not very durable. And I can already hear like the comments, and you're backing people like this, or at least your money is somewhat tangentially attached to this movement. You're pretty stupid, FNGR. Yes, yes. Let us continue on.
The reason I'm making this video in the first place is I've thought to myself a lot, you know, what is it that could potentially end this movement, right? What would be the magical thing that would fulfill the prophecy of all these freaking guys on mainstream media screaming someday the music will stop playing? It's gonna be the stock price going down? No.
Okay, so Trey, every group, movement, blah 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 blah, the music stops eventually. Just happens eventually. It maybe not for the entire group, but eventually the music will stop playing in your ears. I'm not saying that you'll stop making YouTube videos. I'm not saying that you'll stop being inspired, though that could happen. This whole movement of AMC is about it started off with people trying to make money, and you want to say that it's bigger than that. Okay, cool. I like a good, you know, it's good propaganda is what it is. But yeah, it probably will stop at some point in time. I'm not saying that people will necessarily have to stop being friends. I'm not saying all the people that you've talked to that your channel will disappear. Absolutely not. The stock market's going to continue on. People are going to keep trading, but even let's say AMC stabilizes at $30, $50, $100 or something like that, it'll stop being the center of attention, win, lose, or draw. That's just my standpoint.
I'll tell you it won't, because look back, right? February, March, April, all those shit months where the stock was doing nothing but bleeding, right? That's not it. It's not going to be any short sellers. It's not going to be any hit pieces. It's not going to be any market maker nonsense. They could even take away the buy button again. And I tell you what, people would just start buying once it was reinstated.
So, the mere fact that we've gone through countless fandoms where basically, let's say, conventions have had to close down, where people have had to basically shelf their personal interests for a year, and they'll look, they're back. And you'd be like, well, it's not the same thing. It's more of a fun. Do you know how much people spend at cons? Like, yeah, a lot of people have been tested. And there's a reason why people, in my opinion, why they stuck with AMC. It's just from, and not calling out any specific rooms, it's presumably, it looks like it works by comparison to the rest of the market. And that's why people are here. If the market were suddenly, and you feel free to flame me in the comments, if it were so easy to make money elsewhere, people would have pulled out AMC. If there was just money that you could reach out and hop into any stock or any crypto, and it was so easy, people would have leapt. But for whatever reason, real or ill-perceived, they believe it's the best investment that they can make.
What would destroy everything that we're working for is apes themselves, the people.
No, the next big thing would probably destroy it, Trey. The next shiny bauble that came rolled around. And you could be like, well, you know, Clove, or there've been other stocks or something like that. Maybe not just like the next flavor of the month, but like the next big life-changing thing. Might not even be a stock, might not be a crypto. The next thing that people use to fill this emptiness in themselves. I've been on the internet long enough where, yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm not saying, like, if anybody is in the audience right now in their AMC, dude, shut up! No, dude, like, it's not gonna happen, like, soon. Even if the mark craps it, even if we keep trickling down, which, you know, seems to be the case, it'll be a hot minute. But this isn't a forever and ever thing.
And I mean that. And I've talked about this before. I've talked about infiltration, all that sort of shit. And that's definitely important. But what I've watched since June is literally the people within the community themselves eating it. I've watched people leave.
Every community. Brony, furry, the video game, you know, has been hotel. Any community online, Trey, eats itself. And there's a reason for that. It's humanity. It's because inherently people feel the need that we have to point at something and go, that's wrong. We can run up, we can kick it, and we can feel better suddenly. It gives us a level of control, a level of righteousness. You could say whether I'm being right or wrong about that. This is just my perception. Some people dump on Democrats, some people dump on Republicans, some people dump on pedophiles, so forth and so on. You get the idea. AMC people shit on short sellers. They shit on hedge funds. They shit on Citadel. And those are enemies that are way off in the distance. And it's a lot easier to be like, oh, they're infiltrating us. They're right here. You could just reach out and touch them. And, you know, it's fun to believe that people are watching you. And like that. You'd be surprised that it's not as intense as you're making it out to be.
My own Discord, people on Twitter, people have messaged me and been like, man, I respect the community, I respect what it stands for, but I can't deal with this noise, you know? And what's really sad about this is it's an incredibly vocal, loud minority that is pulling away from what the true message is here. Fight for what you believe in, right?
Okay. Testing. Yeah, I'm just making sure. It was about making money. I understand that making money doesn't sustain week after week, month after month, year after year. You have to make it something bigger and bolder. But let's call a spade a spade. This was a money-making opportunity. It'd be nice. It would be the layup. It would be the cherry on top of the sundae to sit there and set things right so that when we do take our money, as very few of us will be smart enough to just pull it out of the market, a lot of us are probably intending to, man, I can't wait to take this money and put it in a real investment, and be clear with that. I'll ask anyone in the chat, if you had to invest 10 years in AMC or AMD or Intel or any other mainstream company where you'd have to leave that money there for 10 years, you probably wouldn't get that many people believing in AMC 10 years from now. Again, we might still wind up on the moon. We might all wind up making tons and tons of money. But this is a short-term thing well, it's short term, maybe not right. How do I put this? It's not a forever and ever thing, and it never was.
Right? No one singular person, not myself, not any guy on Twitter, not any guy on YouTube, is going to make change by themselves. Because the power of what we have here is the people themselves. Now, why am I even talking about all this nonsense? You know, this is all deriving from some Twitter bullshit. Because that's what it is. It's absolute nonsense. The reason I addressed this NFT thing this morning, right off the bat, is because I knew this is going to be a problem, and it didn't matter in the end anyways. I could say I tried, you know, whatever. I'm bringing all this up because I, myself, I don't like friction. Who does? You know, there's not a lot of people, I think, go looking for...
So, how do I put this? You can't... Where is it? You can't whine about friction constantly, run up to it and bump into it, and then be like, damn drama! It just doesn't work. The best thing you could do is, like, if you want to whine about it to your friends or some shit like that, that's one thing too, but the more you make these videos, the more you're just playing into it, and I know it's just really lame and stupid, and you can't just keep telling me, yeah, it's that simple. So as an AMC ape, there's a little saying, you know, buy and hold, and it's a simple, straightforward answer. For drama like this, don't respond! It's the same thing as buy and hold. The answer is straightforward. It is that simple. The fact that you're doing this, and I'm not... Nobody give Trey a hard time. I think he's a good channel. I think a lot of the AMC people are on a good channel. I thought this out earlier, where... How do I put this? I don't think that even if you could round up all the troublemakers AMC... or in any community, let's say you put them in a magical room where they just disappear. And some of you guys would be like, I know what you really mean. Okay, yeah, but it's YouTube and we can't say that. Within a week, within a month, within a year, you'd have a new batch. It would take time, but you'd have a new pack of dipshits, and we'd be right back where we are. And this speech wouldn't change anything. Just keep doing you, man. Keep being entertaining. Keep putting out good content. Don't worry about this bullshit. Ah, God. And Trey, I know you're never gonna see this. This is coming from a drama channel. I'm begging you, please stop. I think that's a good place to stop it. Godspeed. Happy investing, everybody. Hashtag not financial advice. Health advice. Don't get involved. Or, you know, if you want to, that's your business, but don't... when it goes sideways, as it often will, it is playing with fire, you know, reap what you sow. I should know. Godspeed and out.